Good afternoon, welcome to We Repair. So today we are working on an Apple Time Capsule. This is the A1470 model. And long story short, it's got a failed hard drive in it. So if you don't know much about this, this is a bit of a Wi-Fi access point, come router, come NAS, all in one. So we're going to have a go at seeing if we can replace the hard drive in this. Now, I've seen a few of these, so I do know a little bit about this already. It is absolutely possible to upgrade the disk in this. There is some caveat about being able to upgrade to 4, believe gig and not being able to go beyond that. I've not tested it in theory, so I don't know how much truth there is. We're just going to do a like-for-like swap today. So I've got another 2 terabyte disk here, which is a Seagate one as well. So in theory, should just be a straight swap. So we're going to have a go and see if we can get that done. Now most of this is just leverage and prying when you're getting this bottom piece out. So if we grab a pry tool, and I'm going to start over here. I know there is some connectors and things over here, so we're not going to touch that side. We'll just start on this side and see how far we can get. I'm hoping this is going to be really straightforward. There are some clips, I believe, in behind here. I've already hit one, so we'll just see if we can get a spudger in here and see how much of a clip there is. I'm going to do that there, and then I'm going to work in here as well. And we'll just free it, or try to free it. I'm not sure where the clips are though, so we'll just see how far we can get with a little bit of leverage. There we go. So to answer your question, I don't know if you can see it, there are 3 clips. Just zoom you in. If it will zoom nicely. And again, I'm not sure how well this is showing up on camera, but there's 1, 2, 3 clips there. So I'd imagine that's probably the same all the way round. So if we just try and free this now. Yeah, so there you go, look. There's the other 3 on that side. So I think if we just go in here, and there you are. This is coming up no problem now. And there we go, so notched against the power supply. Right. Now I believe these are T8s. So I've been led to believe, so we'll grab a T8 bit and give this a go and see what happens. It's either going to undo nicely or we're not going to get very far at all. Let's just try that one. There we go. And just get my little mag mat off to one side. I'll still do these whilst trying not to drop any inside the housing, so magnetic screwdriver is essential on this one. Right, now I'm not sure how to do this, so I think we're just going to have a little bit of a look. So I'm not sure how well this will come up on camera, if it will or not. There is a power connector just there, and we probably want to disconnect that first. So let's just see if we can do this nicely. So this has got little push tabs on the top of it. So I think we'll just try and wiggle it one side at a time. And hopefully, just like that, it will come out. I would imagine these 2 connectors here, again, if you can see them, just trying to tilt it, just here and just here. We're going to want to get those out too. So let's just see if we can maneuver them without damaging anything. There we are as one. Oh, there we are. So there's the cables over the top. And I would have thought we probably want to lift this out too, because this is a cable that's going over there. Now I think, if I remember rightly, this connector here is a hard drive connector, so let's just see if we can maneuver that. I don't know if it does come undone. This is all a bit unknown to me, so we're just going to go slow and steady. Maybe not. Can we get onto these rubber grommets? Let's have a go at that, see what's under there. This might be completely the wrong way to do it, but okay, we can. they will come up. I do think this is probably the wrong way to do it though, so bear with. Oh, there we go. And it didn't break anything, so that's a good sign. It does just lift out though. Lush. So that is just literally a cover, there's nothing attached to it. Nothing there at all. And I was right, our connector is here for the hard drive. So let's just figure out how this release is. Does it lift up or does it unclip? Can probably bring it off this side, but I don't want to risk it, so it does clip over, so I think it probably goes up. Let's just see if it does. It's sort of hooked over the back of the board. But I don't know if it does just clip up. I don't want to be too rough-handed with it. Let's see if we can just unhook it from the hard drive. Probably can't, but oh, no, we can. No, we can. We're all good. The question is, have I got enough wiggle room without disconnecting that connector? I do, look. I absolutely do. The question is, how does that come off? That's got me intrigued. That might be one for a later stage. So that's out, and that's out. How loose is this hard drive? I think we can probably just tilt it upside down and get this out. To stress, this disc is dead, so I'm not going to do any damage. I have now wiggled it down a little bit, so much so that I can get my fingers in there and pull it up. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Oh, this is actually a 3 terabyte. Okay, so I've got a lesser drive to put in it. That's a little bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Now, one thing I will caveat to say, these discs, I've got sort of funny shoulders on them. So if I bring this back in, you'll see that it will only go, I'm trying to find the right way, that way round. So it will only go one way. So if you're going to put a third-party disc in this, so WD or whatever, you have to cut this moulding. So most people will cut it sort of along here and round, and the same on the other side, just so that you can get another disc in. We obviously don't want to do that because we're going to put the Seagate drive back in. I am just going to free the rubber bits, and then I'll see if I can show you that as well. If it's going to go, please go. There we are. I got one out. There we go. And same alert on this end, look, so you have to cut those ends there to get a non-standard hard drive in here. As I say, this disc we're going to swap out now. I'm going to have to go back to basics and buy another 3 terabyte, but I'm just going to stick a 2 in there for the meantime because I'm quite happy with that, so it does everything I need it to do. But before I go any further and show you any more, I'm going to give this a good blast with some compressed air and get it nice and clean, and then I will come back and carry on. Alright, so we're now not full of gunk. I've sort of been looking at this off camera because I've been intrigued. I think, and again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this on camera, if you did want to take this apart any further, the 2 screws right down in the bottom there, I think if you undo those, you'd probably be able to slide this complete housing out. I think that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. But there we go, it is what it is. So I'm going to go back and see if I can get this 2 terabyte drive fitted now. Open that one up, and you'll see, again, we just want to make sure we're getting this the right way around, so we are going in that way. You'll see that those go on like that, and it's the same to be at the bottom end. So we just want to make sure that we're getting this around the same way. So we want the chunky side at the back, so just like that, and again on this side, chunky side at the back, just like that. We don't want that pouch in there. Right, so that's on there, so let's get this drive slotted in. And I'm happy with a 2TB for what I'm doing with it. It's just for a basic backup. The question is this going to go in nicely, or am I going to have to fight with it? I think it's going to be the latter. Okay, it's in on one side. It's in on the other. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's absolutely down there now. So now let's get this back on. There we go. And then we want to put our top piece back on, which we want the fat side at the back. There's probably some special way of doing this, isn't there? That's the usual Apple way. But no, we just got to fight with it. I'm trying to get it underneath those clips that are on either side so that it sits nicely. Otherwise the base isn't going to go back on if we don't do this properly. I still feel like that's slightly raised. But there we go. I think it's okay. Right, see if the cables want to fit. If we haven't got this in the right place, then the cables aren't going to go back nicely. So it looks like we are all right. How long am I going to have to fight with this to get them all in? That's the question. There's a one. And there's two. So you'll see down in there now, if we can zoom you back in. Hopefully it'll focus. I've got my two cables that are just here and here, both plugged in. There's a little sensor there I think you'd have to disconnect if you were taking the board out. And we'll just tuck this one back down in position. Oops. There we go, that one just slots in nicely, and then this last one here, which I think is power. Could be wrong. Could be the fan actually. It does not feel like that is in enough. This is so difficult to show you on camera. That definitely wasn't in enough. Just trying to guide it into position. Come on. Should have started a timer at the start of this to see how long it took me to reinstall them. Right, there we go. That is now firmly back into position. Still not entirely happy with the placement of that. That's definitely in place now. Let's just give this side a poke as well. Make sure that's in position. That one's definitely in right. Right. Next job. Let's get our T10s back in. This is not quite right. Why is it not quite right? This doesn't feel quite right. I think it is though. I'll have to review the footage and see how that was sat before, because it just doesn't feel like it's quite down enough. Maybe it is. Maybe it was slightly raised and I'm just going mad. But I don't think it was. No, I don't know. Let's just see how it screws in. No, I'm not happy with that fitment. Right, I'm going to fiddle with this for a few minutes off camera, and then I will hopefully come back and tell you it's been fitted. Right, quite a bit of fiddling later. I now managed to get the bracket back into position. So that's in, everything's fitted. Had to just do quite a lot of just wiggling with this end piece because I just couldn't get it to sit quite right. I'm still not 100% happy with it now, but it is all into place and all the cables are in the correct runs, so I think that is there. Next thing we've got to do is get this lid fitted back on. I will just give it a quick brush over with a brush just to free any of that dust, because the last thing I want is any of that junk in there. So that's better, that's all on there. So we're going to aim this notch here with this bit here, so I want to go that way in. And then in theory, it should just be a clicking it into place job. And that's it, job done. And we're all fitted back in. It's a bit of a downgrade on this one, which is a bit of a shame. That's a mistake on my part, not realising it was a 3 terabyte. I thought it was a 2. So a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, it's fine for what I need. Maybe we'll try doing an upgrade on it to a 6 or an 8 terabyte and see what happens, because I'm just curious to know whether or not that is something that is possible. I don't know what I do with all that storage, mind you, but it's good to know if it's possible. So if you want to see me do that video in the future, drop me a comment, leave me a like, say thanks in the video if I've helped you, and maybe we'll explore that for a future state. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.